Yeah, there, Road Destroyer. There you are. Gonna take that. And I'm gonna try the remote control on my stuff here, and that's why I'm waiting right now. Plus it's 1 minute over, so if anyone wants to complain, then don't, because I'm just about to start this. I'm just about to start this baby up. Okay, remote control. There. Scanning. There we have. So now I actually can more or less control the stuff from here. So let's go to Elgato with cam. I think it worked. It worked! Now I'm down here. There we have it. Yes. So I can control shit here. I even apparently have the follower goal, which is unnecessary. So they won't really... Yeah, that is just wrong, but I don't have 100 followers. That would be nice. I have 85. Take away voice mod. Oh, sorry. Wrong controller. I need to have these two. Okay, so I'm just trying to fix here so the sound is good here. There we go. And the other blood type match is that of the defendant Miss Lana Sky. Wow, what has happened with my HP? No, wait, is that minus? Do I have two left, or do I have the? Is the white left? I don't really know. Okay, I think I am in the clear. I'm gonna check what this is. Oh, sorry, my hair is so fluffy sometimes that it scratches my face. You can't say for sure the blood belongs to the defender with a blood test. You claim to know something about blood testing, rookie? Well, speak up. Also, I also need to try and get back to the voices. Well, blood comes from 4 types: A, B, O, and AB. However, you can tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood. That is just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with a blood test out there, which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down just to one person. Or so I heard here. That's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I would have gotten a DNA test results. But they said there were very little doubt it could be anyone but Miss Lana Skies. So the suspect's blood was found in the on the victim's shoes. That ties directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid I was going to say that. Yeah, I was going to close, or else you will hear a big bonk. We're still fixing the bit of a kitchen, but right now... Yeah, he's here. Dog just... What? Yeah, my father just opened up here just to check where the dog went. He's in here because he doesn't like when it's bunking around. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. Decisive evidence. Sorry, I can't pronounce shit. What should you look now? Let's do that for fun. Yeah, there it comes up. I can't let the evidence go. You ordered the peppered fish cuts, right? Someone like it hot, right? Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make up a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with this shoe? A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem? There is a problem. I just want to say it's a problem because I have no clue. I need to continue watching this series though. It was a good series. I actually checked the animated series for this and it's a good series. Technically I more or less already know what will be happening, but it's good to actually see them have a personality. For example, Maya, I was more or less thought her was a bit girlish and stuff, but her voice, I don't know if I watched it in English, unfortunately. And she has more or less, I mean, a child's voice, like squeaky. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction! That gleam in your eye. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish you got now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is a contradiction here about the victim's shoes? Show us the problem with this evidence. Take that! Well, first of all, it's underneath as well. I wonder if you noticed, there's blood on the bottom of this shoe. Don't mess with me, Ricky. It will be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. Makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be a contradiction there about the blood on the bottom of this shoe? Okay. Yeah, there's no blood here. Okay, what I understand, there is blood underneath this shoe here, which means there need to be at least a smear of it on the floor. But there isn't. I guess this is this thing. Yeah, it is, because the health bar went away. The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint. Note that the bottom of the shoe, of the victim's shoe, is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't there any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Oh shit! Sorry. Oh. Oh, and today I also got my books. I ordered RPG books. I ordered the Player's Handbook for Symbaroum. Sorry, I forget sometimes what the name is. And I got the Shadowlands for the Legend of the Five Rings. Oh, I'm gonna read those later. Nice. As you can see, there were no traces of... I do love how you see that, but there is text in the way. There were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so it could have been bloody footprints. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. It must have been a long time I played it. Order! Order, people! Well, witness! What? Great going, Mr. Wright, but... It's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction, but then we have to ask, why weren't there a footprint? Oh. That's true! There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. Wait, witness? You mean the lunch lady here? Is she devious? What the shit? We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint to truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? think back when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over Oldra. She's beautiful but deadly. Predator this one. A leopard woman. Or I'm not good at doing women voices, just so you know. I thought that was a strange thing for a normal, cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that. I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though, apparently, you're not the slowest convoyer belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum... Sorry if I'm very loud. The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? You don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason, and only one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against him. Well, it would still probably just flibberfit with the feet as well. That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains on the left on the victim's shoes ties her quite clearly to the murder. Then after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale sign. Why that prosecutor especially erasing evidence? That reminds me of Miss Guy's right house. Did she say she cut herself when she stabbed him? That's when my sister's blood got on the shoe. Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please! What can I do? Your sister's confessed to the crime and she's tried... something. But... Enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. But Angel Star is the prosecution's side. You could have been lying about the water. This court finds the defendant Miss Lana Skye. Wow, that was a late one. Little girl. What did you just say? Me? Did you just say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecutor's side? Oh, apparently I have managed to download Observer. I have seen a bit of gameplay of that, but I never saw it finished, so I would thought of playing it for myself. Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you'd heard your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox, a lunchbox called evidence. Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else. Oh, fuck me, sorry. Any further comments? I'm just checking. Any further comments, and you will be held in contempt of court. You're threatened, scared, a cut up queen. Look at this. A photograph. I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. I see more room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait, look at the asphalt in this photo. It's clearly wet. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. your fault. I knew I wouldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems that this was your sister weapon anyway. I'm sorry, Mia. Right. Wet or not? Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up off the asphalt and take another good look. Don't give up, not until the bitter end. Can't think of something, do I? No, I don't have it yet. I get it in the next game. Apparently I can hear her without Okay, so let's just check this, because... Oi! Where is the... This must be evidence. Very well, it is time I'd like to declare a verdict for good. Objection! Of course that came there. Can't just wait too long. Wait, Your Honor. What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my own verdict in peace anymore? Whatever is it? Can it wait? No, it can't wait. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. Can I see something of the photo? This trial isn't over until I give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, right. Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah. I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. I suppose you've come this far. We should give a very claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court a problem in this photograph. What is that? Take that! Well, the problem is here. Apparently not. Open your eyes. Okay, please. Okay, so contradiction with everything. The floor is all wet. Take that! I'm just gonna try some stuff here. No, apparently not. Ah, okay, apparently my little string stuff is good. Show the court a problem in this photograph. What's that? Take that! The problem in this photograph is here. I saw it, I just didn't know it was useful right now. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor? You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph. A muffler is also a part on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of as a part of the exhaust system, a pipe. Ah, I see. I see. What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sorry, Miss Star, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you already told us this something important of the case. I'm just going to do this a bit lower because I see that the clicking is going a bit louder than me. In fact, you already told us why this is important to the case. Oh shit, it has gone weeks. I'm just checking my sound. There. It's much in your testimony. What did she say? What? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has in mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to the case. Why? Okay, nothing here. Nothing here. Just because I found muffler. Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned is actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. I'm not even going to try and do that sort of sound. And my... Oh! There we go. Well, it seems we'll have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until we have, after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. That was close, but we made it, at least for now. Do I have something here? Yeah, a bit. I need to get some more later. This court will adjourn for the 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. It's still hungry. Right, she just fed him lice and food. February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 2. Mr. Wright. What? Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of the lake, about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much. Except today, we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your assistant anyway? Apparently she got called off by Judge Chambers. Probably something to do with a piece of cloth. So this is where you would turn this trial around, right? Only weapon, a tiny insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner! Who's that? Oh, right. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, you fire its temper. That's what they told me when I was a young at least. Officer Marshall. I've come to take a look and see how the trial's going. Looks I'm late. They got the home ranch locked down tight on a fort in an enemy territory. It's hard to slip out, huh? What's going over there anyway? All the police I've seen there those 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you didn't got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, partner? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste and mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall, the whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves, right? He wasn't even wearing a scarf. Oh. Just checking so you don't scratch just there. Ah, you want to go out? I'll be right back. I am just going to first let my dog out of my room, and then I'm going to get more to drink because I am part in this warm room. So I'll be right back. Oh, I'm back. Just got some nice lemonade. That's because I don't drink coffee and I don't drink energy drinks. So yeah, you didn't say. Something happened to the... No, it hasn't. Oh. I was just wondering because I couldn't really hear anything. I've seen red breeze blowing at her slender neck many times. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At a war ceremony that afternoon, Edward's seen it too, I reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So, Miss Star wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go wherever it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this. So, are we swimming in right now? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Oh, wait. What the shit are you talking about, dude? I'd like to resume. Once when the judge keeps looking over the prosecutor. Why do you look like... I was not really prepared for that. I know how he looks when he's in trouble, but he just stands there like he's just casually. What the shit was that? Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue. Your lips are purple. You're sweating bullets. That further brown, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over. It can't be. This can't happen. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. I don't know, but... I don't know what is going on with him. It looks like some weird shit is going on with him. Well then, I believe this is time to continue with our trial. During our recess, I had a request that prosecutor conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable. It seems the prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me, knock knock? Who's there? Whoa! I don't know what to give him for voice. What's with this guy? Strange stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Hey! That temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. He's a hothead? Who on earth is he? Stop blinking! Oh, it's you! ho! Sorry I'm late, Ajay. The rows were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, Ajay. How you been? Swimming much these days? Oh, hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy swimsy, Ajay, my boy. You have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Seems his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. I'm very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? So you must be right though, that's Thorny. I heard so good things about you, son. Thanks? So sorry about a little worthy giving up you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometimes. Jolly. A little worthy? Mr. Wright, you don't know the yeah, I don't know why that is so hard to say. You don't know the district chief of police? Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Can you stop doing that? The name's Grant. Damon Grant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. Maybe we have him a bit lower. So, to what do we have this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worth it there. Look at the poor fella. I just thought I helped out by bringing this. Hey, that is my sister's muffler. So, Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. But to think this was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. A little worthless car, no less. Stop blinking! It's really quite embarrassing even for us. What's this? And what you call a switchblade knife? Quite perplexing, this. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth, how could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now wait a minute, Worthy. I am telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document, where it says person in charge of investigation. There ain't no mistaking that signature is there, Miles Edgeworth. That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. Expects a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll all find a way to clean up this mess that you just made. This is the first time I ever seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. Yeah, a bit. This is a major blunder. It's unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push this switch and... If I cut my fingers, Mr. White, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my fingers, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it. It's doing it automatically. Oh, sorry, but my eye is itching like shit. Ooh, today has been a slow streaming day. I'm just going to check some stuff here. freaking itchy. I think I'm just gonna go in on Twitter here and see. Oh, bloody hell. I think it's good. So I'm just writing that I'm right. You can hear it's small in the background, but not that much, so that's good. Ah, don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this blade. It's a bit broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood? Switchblade knife added to the court record. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife? Sure thing, sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove connection between this knife and Goodman. And it was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do any investigation. The detective was killed at the police department. See, what a mess. Time of crime, 5:50. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. There was a murder at the police department. A detective? That's hush information, Gee. We haven't exactly announced it. Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecution's office. Order, people! Order! Anyway, we're at a department where all flustered, as you might assume. We're in the middle of a top-secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think I understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places? The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. I can press as long. Excuse me, special? Are to come by this particular knife anywhere else? Might that thing be this little tag? Ah, sorry, writer, but I can't say that now. Not that. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why would that be another knife at the scene of the crime? That is quite the mystery. And the mystery is wrapped in something... a muffler. do I have here? I only have the knife. I don't have the muffler. Why didn't you give me that muffler? SL9. Oh, sorry. I just... The dog wants to get in. He wanted to go out and see what my father did, and it was just a small blip, so he just tried to force his head in between there and just split it with his leg because it's so slippery here. Zoom in! Zoom out! Zoom in! Zoom out! Zoom in! The thing is, like, that thing has a lot of blood on it, and like, the problem I have with this knife is, look at the stain on this shit. Like, this is not a stab stain. This is a small cut stain. I'm gonna press for now, just to be able to see. This never found on the scene of the crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? Ah, see, there's a lot of things that go on in the apartment. I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, writer. There is something about the knife that gives us a clue. Okay, I understand what you mean, and I think it is this thing you're talking about. There's a small tag on the knife. It says SL92. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code. DL6. Maybe it's a case number. That's weird. What? I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either. Let's check the records again. Thank you for that. I needed more or less a... Okay... Muffler... Ah! Here. It's upside down. Wait a second. Ah, at least an honored and to goodness objection. This knife. This had something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Honest to good nothing, what do you mean? From Aji, this is great. It looks like on this knife it reads SL9 too. This is important, why? Over here we also have a momentum on the body of the victim. 6 minutes 7 seconds 12:02. Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? Ah! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing written on the knife's tab. Order! Well, Chief. Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, righto. I win? What game is this guy playing? Yeah, I'm a bit worried. The knife was evidence in a case that was stolen from the department evidence room. So this knife was stolen. Yes, but on the day of the murder, there was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder? Nice, nice, nice. Good show, Littleworthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder and was found in the exhaust pipe on Edgeworth car. I think there is a connection there. Something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes there, right, my boy? sharp and hungry. So, something did happen. And why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy. What with Lana's case and all? Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? When a detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. The same day the detective was killed in the prosecutor's apartment. Another detective was killed at the police department. That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Aji? I'm a loss of words. And the preparator. Do you have a suspect? Oh well, there was a suspect. Just arrested them, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there is still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe I could help, right, though? I suppose I could help. If you could help me giving me date on your case. Ah, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. Yeah, it's just to scratch the door open now. Yeah, I have it a bit open, so... Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Well, how was the detective killed? How was he killed? Now that is interesting part. That's the interesting part. It was with the force called a stabbing with a knife. Knife? Exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit. We're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There were some more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. It would seem like I'm going to have to press this a bit harder. So that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? I sometimes forget his voice. It more or less doesn't have a coincidence. This is just my gut feeling, but I said it's a 0.001 chance of that happening. Chief Grant, please tell me more about the incident. And it's not officially linked to the case, so I can't talk much about it. It technically is now. How can you say there is no connection? Oh, because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, right? Do you understand? Try to understand, right? Well, if you can prove there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together. Yeah, we know about the knife. Oh, sorry. I clicked wrong. I clicked too much! Oh, I only had 2 more before. Shit. Speaking of... Oh, wait, I already saved, but I can't save again. This is the same as before. Where the victim was found. Where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found. But I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. Evidence room? Wait a second, I have heard of that. Evidence room, didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? There's not was evidence in the case. It was stolen from the Department of Evidence room. It's a connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Okay, so which means now we don't have that. Chief, the defense position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. Hey, don't say. Well, right. With it, Ryder. What's our connection? Yes, with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in where it was stolen from the police department evidence room. Not to mention, the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in the very same evidence room. Indeed. There seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. I don't like when it's blinking. It's like... I don't know. The only word I can have is seductive. But it's not for me. It's like... It's just him. And he has a cross as a... stuff there. You two make a good pair. It took my man 2 days to find out what you did, Doctor, right there. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What, really? Who could have guessed? Not me, what the shit? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? Sorry, I did not know it would actually stop here. Hiya! If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Well, I guess I might as well get on Canada then. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Oh, speaking of, can I see the ID number? Yes! Yeah, sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't get your hopes up. The number is... Oh, please. Oh. Yes. You are F. This is not 2 murders. This is 1 murder. So if you say now that he was murdered there, then she's free. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 8, 2. I can't do it. You don't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? It tells me something. Oh yeah. It tells me a lot, actually. It actually does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning? It has to be what I think it is. But what does it mean? That a man was not stabbed at the place you have been mentioning. Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who has been murdered and the police department tells you something. What does it tell you? Easy. This thing is a freaking same number. Witness. What is it, Wright? You're grinding like a schoolgirl on prom night. grinding like a schoolgirl on prom night. I don't think I ever seen a girl grin like that on a prom night actually, because I have been on prom. Good food, good people, but because I was more or less there alone, I just thought when people started to drink and dance, I left. I just said goodbye to my friends and I was gone. Else it was nice. It was better than my first prom. It was not fully prom. It was just like an goodbye party when we went to when I was 15, I believe it was. When I had my bloody old man jacket. I call it that because it was a costume, but not a suit. But it wasn't this like marine suit. It was like this brown with striped and everything. It was so ugly, and I was probably more or less the only one that had one. So at the same time, that was more or less a bad prom. For first of all, it was not fully prom. For second of all, I was very into girls then. I still am, for those who are wondering. It's just I'm not fully looking right now, because I've had enough for it for a while. And let us easily say that because of that, and because it went badly with girls, it wasn't really fun for me there, so I ate and I left. Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. Police department, the prosecutor's office, 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Raito. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Oh, wait! That's ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 8 to... I forgot. You didn't even get the first number right again. The number of the chief police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, right? What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical to, in other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our victim think about that? Victim? Witness. Oh, sharp as a thag, right? Sharp as a thag. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department in the evidence room at the exact same time. That is impossible. So what we're saying is the same person was killed at the same time and in complete different locations. Excuse me? Order! Order! Shit! I don't think... No, I'm not doing this. No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it is top secret, fine. But I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get flustered. Your Honor, the police department have made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error, Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How? How dare... We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our officer Meekins who brought you to the news. Officer Meekins. Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait. Ah! is that tiny... Yeah, that guy. Oh. Excuse me, but is this Mr. Edgeworth, anyone on the prisoners? I'm here, sir, at the request of Chief, sir. I got your report. You don't mean him. According to Menkins, you didn't accept the report. Or to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murder in the police department evidence. Mr. Edward, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. It did seem challenged. In any case, this is a serious error and gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. Sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I... Yeah, look at his face. That is horrible. Stop looking at me like that! It's just me, Melvin. No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say unworthy? What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law? Well, Mr. Wright. Well, it's... Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Now, normally, you submit a list of evidence to use in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, that means it couldn't submit this evidence until the connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Raito over there. Good job, Raito, my boy. I... just doing my job? No. No! No! Needed to. No! It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy. With all those rumors. We're even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. This is the last thing I do. You better get results in this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Edgeworth. I don't think there's even been an error this serious. This history's court. No, it wouldn't shout for me. Still doing the kitchen, so yeah. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. The court is adjourned. Adjourned, I say. I need something to drink.